Hello. So today we are doing landscape picture with a deer. Here we did some investigation of our composition. We've tried some pine trees with the river and deer. Then we tried a close-up tree with a bird, deer standing the other way. And we decided we're gonna go with the combination of these two, close-up tree. Let's see where the bird is sitting. Maybe it's flying. We're gonna keep the river. It's always nice, and the deer somewhere here in the forest behind. Cool. Let's proceed from sketches to so pencil drawing from your side. So I suggest to start with the foreground. So let's say our big tree. Yeah, think maybe how, maybe some interesting way the branches are situated. Yeah, so this will be, yeah, so I will not put the bird yet. I will wait, for the rest to come up, and then I'll see where the bird is going nicely. Let's do the river. So let's leave a little bit place below for kind of, the place where the deer is standing. So river is kind of, it's not really far away. It's like middle ground. So it's not foreground, not background, somewhere. Yeah. And feel free to do it differently. So it's not one line with the main thickness, it's changeable, and somewhere maybe we have rocks, somewhere it can be big rocks even, yeah, maybe also something on the other side. Yeah, we're playing also with something like this. Okay, now let's try to get our deer done. So it's also very important to think about composition. Yeah, so not put it like maybe too far away. Let's say maybe somewhere. Yeah, okay, maybe some. So maybe at first, what should I think? How tall is my deer? So let's say maybe if here maybe it will be somewhere the legs. Yeah, so it's kind of all in a sketchy mood. So all it can be changed. And so maybe somewhere here goes the head. Yeah, and then of course we can make very tall. Looks almost like a tree. Yeah. Yeah, we are artists. We can even on purpose make those horns, yeah, if I call it right, of the deer even bigger, because it's kind of yeah. So don't rush to do the eyes yet. As I said, it's more like sketching, planning the, yeah. So maybe I do now the deer and decide, maybe it's even, he looks better bigger. Yeah. Then I can just kind of, yeah, so I have some legs that are again also 4, and then let's say to show the back legs, then I always need to put them a little bit in a different level. So front legs, they're a bit lower on the page, and back legs, they're a bit kind of higher, so a bit shorter. Then it makes the feeling, yeah, of this 3D. Yeah, the deer can have some spots maybe. Okay, the eyes then maybe. Okay, then our deer is having a chat with the bird. So now, once I have the deer, I say, okay, now I have a feeling where my bird should be. So somehow, I don't know, I feel to go with an oval, but you feel free to do the, kind of your bird. Okay, it's something, not really an oval, but maybe eyes are more round or something. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, but I put him here so they can kind of have an eye contact. If I put him very up on the branch, then they kind of don't see each other. So yeah, all has, well, it has this kind of, yeah, but somehow. Okay, so then all here we have kind of our grass, then later with the paints we can decide if it's autumn or if it's summer still. So yeah, then maybe we can have all the fallen leaves already. If you already have autumn on your side where you're joining us from. Yeah. On my side, it's still in between. There are still green leaves but some trees already also changing colors. And then of course we think about the background and maybe we do some forest. And again, I don't do specific, so maybe also put some tree here, a bit kind of also for composition matter. Yeah, a bit kind of covering the, doesn't have a pine, doesn't have to be a Christmas tree, can be, yeah. And then background. Something you see, so I'm not even drawing lines, I'm just kind of in the search. Yeah, so this is when you're inventing something, you let your in the end it's not bad at all.
When I made the owl, I made its eyes pointing toward the deer.
Nice one, Ellie, nice. And I totally love your pink flower in your hair today. Looks awesome. Yeah, take your time to finish the sketch. I'm gonna also do a quick sketch on my paper. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, more or less ready with the sketch. Yeah, Alice. Nodding.
What mine looks like.
Yeah. Let's see. Uh-huh. Wow, good, nice deer. Yeah. Awesome.
Owl.
And owl, yes, I will see him. Sweet one. So now very important task for you as an artist is to choose the mood. And how we choose the mood? So we show the side. So I suggest we start with some color for the river, because let's say we can leave it light blue for now. Later we can decide if we make it a bit darker or not. And then what's important, we need to decide how our sky would be. So is it just nice blue daytime sky? Or maybe the sun is going down and we have some warm yellowish parts and they're going a bit reddish and blue on top. So is it cold? Is it warm? So, because with the sky, we're gonna set the mood for all our painting. Yeah. Maybe also a bit, well, orangey. Like I really feel to do a bit of autumn since there is autumn on my side. So I will leave orange maybe for the foreground, yeah, where the deer is standing. And yeah, what's your thoughts, girls?
I'm gonna do like a light blue one.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's sort of I sort of wanted to make it look like breezy fall, but also sort of warm because I gave my deer a scarf.
You just read my mind, Juliet. I was also thinking about the scarf for the deer. Awesome. Okay, then let's just start. So I will put both, a bit of, but very bit dark blue. Probably Juliet is right. Let's make it more sky blue. Yeah. And yeah, with yellowish, maybe not. So probably right. I'm gonna do more like kind of white bluish sky. And then later, if I have a feeling, I will add some warm tones, but I will start with the blue. Okay, I'll start also just with the sky. Since this is also the easy way. So if you're not sure how your river is gonna be, and you just start with those parts you're kind of already sure about. And then I'll take some white as well. Yeah, remember by mixing, we need much more white than blue to make a sky blue, yeah, to make a very, very pale, yeah. So to stay on the safe side, ooh, it's already even dark, yeah. So I wanted it lighter. Okay, and here I'm putting kind of also over those trees that I was planning to do, but it's fine because it's very, very light, yeah. And you remember, it's always good to start light because we can always go darker, but it's more difficult to go yeah. So on top, I can make a bit more darker blue, and at the bottom I'll make a bit lighter. Yeah, and I'm sure you girls already are experienced in the blending technique. So blending, how we go to do the smooth way from dark to light. And again, I do not much worries about if I'm going on top of some other parts, yeah, gouache, we can easily cover. Yeah, and also if like just in some moment just leave it dry, because what it happens often when we have too much water, we just kind of keep on moving back and forth the paint, and in the end yeah. That's also the secret. I'm sure you already know that it's much easier to correct when it's dry. Yeah, so even if now maybe my lines are not that perfect, I don't fight them while it's wet. I'm wise. I let it dry, and if there is something I want to correct with second level, it goes just very easy. And as I told you, when you're not sure about something, start with something else and you will get the feeling. Yeah, so I did now the sky. Now I say, okay, I want my river to be darker. But here what I also use, I use this dry brush technique. Yeah, so very, very little water, and I took the darker blue and I just play around, and like this I create a little bit this feeling of the river is floating. You know? The most important, don't forget to make river smaller at the end. Yeah, so then we have the feeling of the perspective. And this is of course very important in any landscape. Yes. And again, I'm just leaving my river the way it is. later on I'll have a chance to correct it. All right. Next step, I would go, of course, with the grass in front. And again, so I was thinking to the autumn. Orange is also makes always nice, yeah, pair for the blue, as it's the yeah, the secondary color. But I will need to make a base with some other color. So it might be green and yellow. And then I can also see if it's a bit more green or a bit more yellow. And then on top will go the orange. So I'm not rushing too much, girls.
I still have to do a lot of sky. So.
Good. Okay, I wait. Yeah, so you finish your sky, you finish your water, and then we go together for the ground. Yeah. All right, I will start mixing slowly, because again, I'm still kind of unsure, yeah, what is gonna be, more green or more yellow. So take time to experiment, and then you can see how it works on my side, and then you decide if you want to go with more of some color. Yeah, so I will try some green. Yeah, so my green from the box is kind of light. It doesn't even needs a mix. Yeah, so but anyway, I will. Yeah, so to me it looks maybe a bit too light. No, I will take maybe a bit also the second green that is darker. Yeah, and then I try, okay, maybe also this green a bit. Yeah. But also remembering that my plan on top is to put some orangey. So can't be too dark, because then otherwise my orange won't be really kind of effective, yeah. So maybe also now kind of just half transparent layer of greenish. Yeah, here I played a bit also with yellowish, just to give a bit more warmer feeling. Okay. And again, I'm not fighting too much. I let some color on and I'm leaving it to dry. Oh, very nice. What I've discovered that, so I had those my emptinesses in the water, and now just with the leftovers of my greenish brush, I can fill them in and it looks nicer. Even almost like the sea with greenish blue. I will wait for you to tell me when we shall move to brown. So then my idea is not to go straight away to orange, but again, do the tree, do the deer, and then it will be more clear how much orangey or yellowish I want to do the rest. So I will move with the next step with the brown. And again, I will use my dry brush technique. So I will use first my dark brown, and my brush is really dry. So I even kind of dry it up with the paper towel a bit, because I want to create those 3 strokes. Yeah. And on purpose, I'm leaving those white emptinesses in between, because then later when it's dry, it will be easy to fill up those emptinesses with some lighter, yeah, so kind of fill it up. So, and here you can play and do something already interesting with the branch. Yeah, so brown easily covers the sky, so feel free to kind of not make it just like one straight stick, but do some interesting shape and turns, yeah, like the real trees are. So now I have here one branch, but I will play around and make another ones. Yeah. Okay, it's probably this Halloween mood that is my trees again coming a bit Halloweenish. Okay, I did the tree, but I'll do later also a bit more, maybe autumn leaves there. Yeah, so Juliet catch up. Yeah, we are working on a tree. And as I've mentioned, on purpose, I'm leaving a little bit those white emptinesses. I will let the dark brown dry, and then I can get in with some lighter brown, and then I can have this double color effect. Yeah. And as I've mentioned, yeah, the branches got now a bit more naked, but later when I move to my autumn leaves, I can make some, maybe even, like romantic, just leaving just few autumn leaves that kept on hanging Well, that will be already maybe more towards the winter, but let's see how it goes. And of course, the main deer. We then, so since I have my brown on my brush, I will go also for the deer. And the deer, of course, is also light brownish. So let's say all what I did, I've mixed my brown with a bit of this yellowish sienna, and I actually did a bit more water on my brush. So again, I'm kind of putting a bit more just transparent color. Yeah, so then later I can actually change it. Yeah, and then we don't forget about those white areas that the deers usually have. So the neck, and then also the belly, it's white. Yeah, maybe some part of ears. And yeah, so again, I'm kind of working a bit more like background wise. So just putting some previous some first layers, and then I will be precising. So to do the horns, yeah, girls, correct me, what's the correct word? I'm holding my brush like purely vertically, and I'm kind of, so I'm not stroking, I'm just kind of tapping. Like this, I can get more, I get more control on my lines and how the shape of it's turning out. Yeah, so it's also not too quick. And I have more time to go deciding. And now I got them a bit too long and too thin. So I'll try give them a bit more stability. Yeah. Okay, now my ear turned out too huge. Yeah, good thing about gouache, you can cover with it. And then when I'm kind of happy with more or less the shapes, then I start precising, yeah, and then maybe even If I need, I can do, yeah, frontal legs are always a bit bigger than the back legs. Yeah, but don't exaggerate, not like really the front one is huge and the back one is tiny, yeah. It's I'm talking about like very little differences, but still then in the meaning. So with the size and with the darkness of the color, I can correct those parts. And for example, I can start sketching eyes and face also with brown, because again, I'm still searching. Yeah. So you see, I'm still in the process of reshaping the deer. Yeah, it's kind of, you do it parallel. Paint it and reconstruct them. And then there is also a golden rule. If you're not sure about something, let's say now I'm not really sure about the face, how to do it, then the rule is just don't do it. Like, okay, it sounds funny, but like invent something, like something abstract, just a feeling. Yeah, so then kind of to avoid doing the details. And okay, so once you get, I got a bit tired playing with deer. Yeah, so I will move to something else. And then I can leave the deer and I will come back to. So I will let my deer rest. And what I will do, I will do a background layer for my oval. For this, I will take a tiny bit of black, but just a tiny bit. So I want to make it, I want my oval to be gray. So I've mixed, and that's it. I'm just kind of putting gray the whole shape of my oval. And then I will, it will dry. And then I will start reshaping it. Yeah, we still have a job to do. We need we need to create autumn. We need to create background trees. Of course, we'll work on the owl. Okay, first I'll take dark brown for the owl. And again, I'm kind of not moving, I'm dotting my brush. Yeah, I'm kind of pointing. So then I have control and then I can kind of and then I can think what's characteristic for the oval. Of course, the nose and the eyes are usually like, especially the eyes are usually yellow. So I can see like 2 yellow spots. Then I will make them a bit more calm with some black inside. Yeah. The nose depends. Yeah, the nose probably is more still kind of grayish brownish. Yeah. Sometimes it depends also on the type. Some owls have those ears on top. Some don't. Yeah. Maybe I'll even do a little cheating. And I'll put the eyes with the marker. I'll try. Maybe the paint also will look better actually. But since my yellow is still wet, the marker also goes a bit blurry. It's sometimes good to keep markers that are not painting well. They can actually serve nicely for those little details. Because they're kind of painting, not painting. Okay, my owl is very funny. Need to do something about it. Yeah, so this is also your task as an artist to find the way it works to show what you want to show. Yeah. So depending on the size, let's say the oval is very small on your drawing, it's impossible to do all the details. So then you just kind of make it one color or something, but you find a way to show some parts of it or somehow that it looks. So here I put a bit more warm sienna for the tree. Then the tree also looks a bit more warm. I'm still kind of aiming for warm autumn. Nice. My idea was also some stones at the river. I'll try to do some of those. And then again, and I can use stones to show what's far away, what's closer. So then I do bigger stones here and maybe some like very little from behind, maybe also in the middle of the river, why not? But these are my tricks as an artist, the way I show some parts. Yeah, so let's say it's a bit maybe rocky area. Some rocks also on the yeah, but important not to do all rocks the same size. So I do the rocks, and then I take a look at whole of them together, and then I say, okay, which one smaller, which one bigger. So make it all a bit different. And I don't know, probably they need a bit more rocks in front, yeah, otherwise a bit too boring, just at the at the river. Yeah, you don't have to do rocks if you don't want to, yeah. Now I'm here experimenting. You need to feel yourself if it's how is it going? How is it going, girls? Good, yeah, thumbs up. All right, I will move. Honestly, now I'm not sure about the trees. I kind of like this naked seascape, yeah, that. So maybe I'll start playing just with autumn leaves. And maybe that's it, yeah. Yeah, so as you mentioned, that when you are not sure, just start doing the stuff you are kind of sure. And then also the way to find how to make leaves nicely. So it will be probably, again, kind of tapping your brush, but it needs to be different way of tapping. So you can't tap it holding your brush always the same. One very simple trick is you don't change the brush, use the same brush, but you keep on turning your hand. So let's say one time I tap holding my hand as usually as I do, and then another I just kind of turn my hand almost upside down, and this will help me to have like different taps, different strokes, and then in some point maybe I want to change my brush, yeah, because then this is why also it's good to keep old brushes. They're usually fluffy used, but then they're very good in for something like this, yeah. And now I started just with one color, but then I'll see if I add a bit more, I don't know, whatever, yellowish or maybe the opposite, some reddish. Yeah, and no rush on those. So just kind of give it time. I'll find. Yes, and don't forget the foreground. The leaves are bigger, they're closer to us. You can even show some big ones. And if you show it something next to the river, it's already much more smaller. Yes, and this is how we create the deepness in our painting. Yeah, and then you also decide how much of them you want. Maybe the autumn is just starting, not too many leaves yet. And mine is already looking like a bit more active autumn. Maybe one beautiful leaf is flying. This is also very cool, yeah? The flying leaves are. So on the background of the river, maybe I'll do a bit of trees, but very little. I already started doing it and now almost regretting because I really like this naked view, but okay, a little bit. Yeah, the main thing is not to put it too high. It's anyway, I really feel now I'm gonna recover it with blue. Yeah, so just so I tried to put some trees on the other side of the river. I didn't like it. I started to cover it with white, and but I got a little bit kind of foggy feeling. Yeah, not bad. I like the foggy feeling. All right, now you girls should help me with idea. Shall we add something else? Or shall we leave it minimalistic?
I'm thinking about adding a tree at the side, but I still have to add my leaves and my owl. I'm gonna like add the eyes afterward. Yeah, with pen because I couldn't seem to get the thin parts good enough on the eyes. So now it's just like a lump on a tree.
Get it. Cool. Nice job, Juliet. I hear very constructive, you know, like an artist says, okay, I'm waiting for this needs to dry, then I'm getting back on this, and then I move on this. Very nice. So it's very professional. I like it. So definitely what should I do is to put a bit of shadow to my deer, otherwise standing a little bit like, you know, like glued on top. So a bit some shadow under the deer and under the feet will make it look a bit more realistic. So I've decided to do a bit more yellowish spots. I don't know, didn't want to go for red, so a bit more. So in the end, I think the main purpose of painting is to create the feeling. So you should always think what I want, what feeling I want my painting to show. Happy, sad, something interesting, something melancholic, something whatever. Yeah. So it's more always about the I also like how owl ended up not very bright. He's maybe a bit kind of hidden in there, so you don't see him straight away. Yeah, but then just discovering the artwork, you see, the deer is talking with the owl there.
I made a very creepy deer because
Aw.
the leaves. I purposely put tiny red dots inside of its eyes, and now plotting with the owl.
Ellie on purpose made red eyes for the deer. Yeah, we all know how red eyes work on paintings, don't we? But it's fun. It's funny that you know, kind of say, yeah, I made him creepy on purpose. Yeah. Why not? Why not? All right, I'll be slowly taking off the tape because I feel I'm happy with my minimalistic landscape. So you feel free to show me your results once they're ready, of course. Take your time. So, all righty. Slowly, slowly taking off the tape. Huh? Some closer look. Closer look. Here is the oval. Yay. From far away looks a bit better. Yeah. Nice, nice, nice.